Welcome Capricorn to your reading for fall 2025. How are you? So Capricorn, always referring to my notes. So your focus right now is on deadlines and patience. So with that coming up, I would tend to think, we'll see what your reading pulls out, that there might be a lot of things coming up last minute or a rush on things to get completed. So this is, though, a good time for disciplined work and strategic planning. But patience here will be key to navigate both your professional and personal life. So patience, discipline, and strategic planning. Again, that there might be some surprises coming your way that you had not anticipated. But listen, you have the potential for professional opportunities, right? And professional growth. But your personal life will see some ups and downs in the process. So again, make sure you plan. Make sure that things are lined up to the best of your ability. Now, Mercury is going to be going retrograde soon, so that might throw some things off. So if Mercury retrograde is a phase of time that causes you some disruption, make sure you plan around that or give yourself as much space as possible, right? And always, notify your loved ones if you have work commitments that are going to keep you away or keep you busy, right? We want to make sure that as to the best, if I can speak today, to the best of our abilities, we maintain harmony in our lives, right? But again, a steady, patient approach is warranted for you now. Here, let me just drop this down and let's get into your reading, Capricorn. So, we have the Ganesha deck, the Spirit Animals, the Tarot, and the Ascended Masters. So, Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the fall. Let's see what message Ganesh has for you for this time as you cultivate patience. You grow in one direction, and right, it's that balance. Your professional life is calling, and you're evolving and moving up, and yet your personal life says, what about me? Like, I need attention too. So, yeah, plan things out. And be patient with yourself and patient with those around you. Let's see what message Ganesha has for you, Capricorn. And it is decision, card number 31 rather, decision. Right? So when we're pulled in multiple directions, sometimes we have to make sacrifices, and sometimes there are decisions that are maybe not quite so popular that we need to make. So let's see. So 31, that could be December 31st, New Year's Eve, just saying. Just in case that date resonates with anyone, or maybe there's a something important happening on that date. So just put that date in the back of your mind for now. That will be in the winter months, but it doesn't matter, right? Like I said, this reading can very well go into winter. So let's see what spirit animal is guiding our Capricorn friends. And you have dolphin spirit. This and that are true. Card number 20. So two things can be true at the same time. So decision, right? This and that can be true. And two opposing things can still be true. That's very interesting, Capricorn. So let's see what the tarot holds for you. This and that are true. Dolphin spirit. Just look at, looks like some crystal energy shining up on the dolphin. Just look at the colors here. The 20th. 20 rather is the number on here. Today is October 20th, the filming of this. The Wheel of Fortune. Your first card is a major arcana. That's a turning point. That is also Sagittarius energy. So maybe look towards your Saggy friends. Hello. And, ask them for advice, right? All those Sagittarians. Sometimes we act before we think. Sometimes we speak before we think. So but maybe sometimes that's what's needed. You have the Wheel. You have the King of Swords. And you have 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, So let's see, choices to be made, right? But that is that planning element, right? You're being pulled in different directions, both extremely important areas of your life, Capricorn, and they both want your attention. So for decisions, who will get your attention more at this point in time? It's a balancing act. You have the Star, you have the Chariot. Wow. 6 cards, 3 major arcana. As soon as I say, I want to see if anything else wants to pop out, and the 3 of Cups. Let's just make sure there isn't anything else popping out for you. 6 of Wands, we'll keep it there, victory. Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles is your element, right? You are the earth sign, and I say this all the time, you are the royalty of the astrology. You are Taurus starts the foundation. Virgo builds the structure, and you top everything off. And you set the rules, you set the guidelines, and you make everything pretty and safe, and you make sure all the details have been met. Knight of Pentacles, right? Slow and steady pace. This is not rushing, and Capricorns don't generally rush anyway, so really grounded. And as you move forward at your own pace, right, towards the direction that you need to move in, like, life will just kind of follow you, which is a very interesting concept, because you have the 2 of Swords here, which is, you know, she's blindfolded, like, this wants me and that wants me, pulled in 2 different directions. I don't necessarily see that that's going to be a problem for you. And we'll get into all the cards. I just want to point something out real quick. The dolphin, I pointed out that, you know, the little crystals and the little lights shining up towards the dolphin. And then you have the Star and the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups looks like the Big Dipper, but all the celestial happenings in these cards, and you have it also in the dolphin. Even though these cards technically don't go together, I also look for repeating elements in cards, and you have that, Capricorn. So although there was not the High Priestess or the Hierophant in that has been pulled for you, the Star would be the closest one. That, you know, lean into or trust your divine guidance or your intuition, or that spiritual power that is guiding you. Lean into that. You will get your clarity from there for sure. I say this all the time, my paternal grandmother was a Capricorn. January 1st of all days, right? And she was highly psychic. And so, and you know, being psychic and being an earth sign logically don't go together, because earth signs like to see things in a practical matter, right? They kind of like need proof, they need to see things. But she was really good at using her intuition and being grounded in herself and using that to make her decisions. Oh my goodness, she had 11 kids, 8 boys, 8 boys, 3 girls. Can you just imagine? And then her husband passed. My dad was the youngest. He was 12. So, you know, yeah. So she had to be strong and stable in herself, but she also leaned into, like, how do I navigate all this? I follow the intuition, I follow the divine guidance, I follow the stars, right? Sometimes leaning into something that is not tangible can create a much greater foundation than anything else. So let's get into you, Capricorn. The Wheel, Sagittarius energy. This is the midway point in the major arcana. Card number 10. It's time to transform. It's time to get the wheels in motion. And in this card, and I love this deck. Of course, a lot of the folks are doing yoga poses. She's doing tree pose, but around her neck, there are what appears to be dice. Maybe you're taking a chance at something else, doing something different. Maybe your decision, right? Two of Swords is unable to make a decision or not being clear on where you want to go. But you're asked to make a decision. Maybe that's because your wheel of fate, of destiny. This is called the wheel. It's called the Wheel of Fortune, and the finesse of the deck. The wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny. Maybe your wheel of destiny is turning you in a new direction, and I kind of believe that because you have the Eight of Pentacles. And I am filming this on the 20th, which is the day before the new moon in Libra, which is a big day big time for manifesting. And she here is manifesting her dreams. She's got all of her potions. She's got her candles. She's got her plants. She's got everything here that she needs. And just look at this, the strobe light show, like in the background. Like when she's tuning in to these ethereal, divine elements. And just look at all these colors kind of go together, right? When she tunes into all that, then the sky just lights up. And she can stand strong and proud on one foot, on the wheel of destiny, and not worrying where it's going to take her, because the King of Swords is here. Clarity. She's gained a lot of clarity by leaning into her intuition. She's got clear focus. She is not rushing. Well, this is a he here. We are not rushing, no, Capricorn. We're taking our time, which is what you do, right? Capricorns don't rush. They're one of the last ones you would expect to get to panic. So, this little bit of confusion, or like, should I really let myself follow the destiny of my intuition? Yes, you know why? Because you know inside of you, you have deep faith. This stars from the sky, it's like the sunlight in, almost like the sun is shining in the night sky while the stars are shining. And there's, a rope from the sun straight to her heart. You know within your own being, in essence, this is the right direction for you. It's completely different than where you want to go. And you're ready. You have the Chariot. You're ready for that adventure. You're ready to take the next steps. You are balanced. You have, your shadow and your light. And again, you have the light beams here shining down from the sky. You have the same light beams from your manifestation. What you've been manifesting is coming forward for you. But you're also taking steps, which is what is required for manifesting. You're following the Northern Star. Then the Big Dipper shows up. As you travel, you're moving in, generally in the traditional Rider-Waite, this is celebration, right? It has three people, their goblets are in the air, and they're celebrating life, and maybe there's a party or a wedding celebration or something, and it's kindred spirits. I'm really getting the feeling, Capricorn, that this is divine guidance, kind of walking side by side with you to this next venture. You're going into a place of recognition. Self-recognition, self-acknowledgement. And through your self-acknowledgement, the decisions that you're making will lead you into this great destiny that you've already been manifesting. And I don't even think that you're going to be surprised as to where you end up, because you've already been planning it. The King of Swords, right? He's very logical. He's got the map planned out, and he's dotted his I's and crossed his T's. He's circled around several times. And then he goes, okay, now that I know where I'm going to use my intuition, my inner magic, to propel me forward. And even if I get a little afraid or a little uncertain, I know. Nah, Capricorn, this is one of the most powerful readings so far for the fall. I know I am guided. I know that that desire within my heart is illuminating the way for me to forge ahead. Because I have, on either side of me, are my spirit guides walking with me to my personal victory. This is a great Capricorn. I'm loving this. Both this and that are true. Both things can be true. You can be a little uncertain but still be clear in creating the magic that you want for yourself. Both can be true. You're making wise decisions, Capricorn. I love this reading. Let's go into your Ascended Master. Let's see who is guiding you through this magical, mystical journey. So for some of our Capricorns that see life through more of a logical lens, your spiritual lens is going to start opening. And you're going to see things in a dimension that you hadn't seen before. For those of you who already have your mystical lens open, more things will be revealed to you. You'll tap into a deeper power within. This is one of the most magical readings I've done in a long time. So, Capricorn, thank you for being you. Thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. Artistic expression, Paul the Venetian, artistic expression. So that artistic expression is expressing yourself. He's got his hand on his heart from this place. From a place that is so deep within that you can't help but express yourself from this inner place. You're no longer expressing yourself from the way the world has taught you. You're into this really deep, intimate, personal, intuitive soul place. And express yourself from there, Capricorn. This is fabulous. I love this reading. Thank you, Capricorn, for letting me do this reading for you. I so appreciate you. If you have any questions, let me know if you'd like to get a deeper dive into your soul journey as you open up that mystical lens. And that's not a word I've ever used before. That just came up now in your reading. Reach out. Let's work together. And let's kind of help to develop that into a deeper understanding for you. Capricorn, that is your reading for the fall. Until next time, enjoy your season. I send you always light and love. Bye now.